going to be moving into the set that we have ahead of us, which is going to be, Syrup and Zomba. This is a classic. This has become a fusion staple.
Yeah, I'm sure Zomba obviously the #1 seed. Syrup probably the #2, #3 seed. Probably the #3 seed, I would imagine, maybe. I don't do bracketology. Either way, though, yeah, like you said, Dara, fusion classic here between Armada's Syrup and Zomba. And Zomba's been looking kind of nice today, as he always does in these events. So, we'll see if Syrup can, get himself on the board here.
But right now, Syrup has done a good job of really putting on 65% onto the board. Maybe tries to go for like a jab block or tech chase there, but Zomba just like not having the time to be able to set that up. And Zomba successfully going to be getting out of hit stun. But now Syrup is off stage, ends up going for another really aggressive directional air dodge as Zomba goes all the way out.
Yeah, and despite eating a lot of damage early, Dara, Syrup has done a really good job doing that Ness thing of, just being pesky enough to hang around and really rack up that damage nicely, and now has himself a bit of a lead here. R.O.B might not be at backdoor percent just yet, but a little bit longer. That parry's going to go unpunished, though.
Yeah, it's still so difficult to punish like retreating R.O.B's neutral air, especially when you have very limited burst options out of parry, such as Ness. But really good dash attack there, good DI from Zomba though. It is going to be a bit of a DI check. It can kill as early as 110 or as late as 150. So you got to make sure that you awake through that move.
Yeah, you see both players kind of scrapping out here. And again, like you mentioned, the Nair at high percent is going to be huge here. But Nair, nice stuff there, using the laser to bait that air dodge. And the R.O.B punch with the F-tilt, going to secure that stock.
Okay, right now, Zomba just on his last legs on this last, on his still fully stock here, but he keeps making it back on. Syrup keeps on trying to go for like really safe PK Thunders, and Zomba, I feel like, has started to maneuver around those so well. He's gone basically unpunished for all the time that he's off stage until that point. I lied.
R.O.B's Star KO sounds like my computer malfunctioning. It's like not a pleasant noise.
It's tragic.
Malware. Nonetheless, though, yeah, listen, Zomba made himself a nice little cushion here, and the beautiful part about R.O.B, Dara, we've seen it time and time again, it does not take much for this character to secure the kill. It's what makes R.O.B such a great, well-rounded character. He definitely has, he's a very solid character, but he also has just enough jank to
Oh
get
my
you.
god.
Oh my god.
Syrup?
Yeah.
Okay, he started to get a little bit mixy for a second. He did like falling uphill magnet drag down uphill into like a down throw. That was like kind of cool. I'm so sad it didn't lead up into anything bigger. I do like a lot of these. So there's a lot of intentionality with Syrup's choices with how he's angling his PK Thunder. That's R.O.B's side be at ledge, but what he's doing, he started, instead of sort of circulating it around Zomba, he started pushing the PK Thunder directly into him and catching him in the startup of neutral. So if Zomba wants to avoid a lot of those PK Thunder hits, he just has to slightly adjust some of his timing.
Yeah. Ooh, okay, you see, I'm not sure if Syrup meant to go for that F smash right there, but nonetheless, though, it is not looking good for them right here, as Zomba has opened up a huge lead here. One solid hit from R.O.B near the ledge will most likely spell curtains here.
Yeah, up smash definitely not going to be able to take it quite yet. Tries to go for a drag down forwarder, but unlike uphill, the multi-hits a forwarder scale with knockback. So right now, Syrup is standing on his last legs at 138%. Keeps on trying to make it back with these directional air dodges, and that time, he held on to his double jump. He was so tricky with it, but... Ooh.
Yeah, the suplex will take that stock right there, and... Listen, this, it looked pretty even there for the beginning, but once Zomba's able to generate that lead, Dara, it is so hard for a character like Ness to get back. Like, Ness is great when he's hitting you, but because the character just inherently struggles against, ranged characters, not whether it be with projectiles or, just having like some slight disjointment to your hitboxes, it can just look really, really hard for you. And Syrup, definitely got steamrolled a bit near the end there, but again, it is still R.O.B, big target. Ness is obviously a combo machine, so we'll see if Syrup can make the adjustments here in Game 2 and even it up at a 1-1.
The situations where Syrup is taking the most damage, where he's losing his stocks, it's all like kind of like the same song and dance that we're seeing every single week between these two. It's Syrup gets hit off stage, then he gets his double jump caught, and then Zomba just like punishes him and just constantly catches his next option. So Zomba is picking once again really good positions to wait just to see what Syrup does next. This should be the stock.
Not the stock, but again, good damage. But I agree. I'm actually kind of surprised he made it back right there. And you're seeing Syrup trying to generate offense using the PSI magnet, but Zomba's either just like slightly out of the range of it, or you saw right there he parries it. As both players demonstrating they're very good at parrying up close. Oh no.
That was so scary. He almost got, like, sweet spot PK fired for all those troubles. But now, Zomba just stuck on these platforms a little bit. Syrup just pressuring him and constantly keeping him in the corner. But even though that forwarder is, like, such a tricky way to be able to cross up people's shields sometimes, R.O.B does have, like, an all-coverage option in the form of up smash.
Yeah, you see Zomba immediately go for the double down tilt into the rotor arms. And again, poor Seer just hasn't really been able to generate any offense. They look like they're just dungeon off in the corner here, and Zomba has all the answers right now.
Oh, just catching him in the startup of down air. That is one of the slowest down airs. Well, I don't want to say one of the slowest, but it's definitely not fast, even after all the buffs that it's been given. So,
yeah,
that was kind of unfortunate for Syrup.
Yeah, no, I agree. It's definitely struggling here right now. And again, we play best of threes here. So Syrup on their last licks here in winner's bracket. They're going to have to really open things up. And like you mentioned before, Ness not necessarily the best out of parry. So despite getting the parry on the Nair, it's still not enough for Zomba to get a stock here.
Ooh, now just trying to find his way to get back onto the stage. Zomba's like employing every single recovery mix-up that he has, and that PK Thunder ended up working against Syrup because even though he was able to get him to get the hit, he ended up just getting back on stage.
You see Zomba, oh my god, the gyro eating through the Nair right there. Poor Syrup just, again, not able to get out of the corner. Zomba applying so much pressure right now, goodness gracious.
Oh, look at that patience. He just waited for Syrup to jump in front of him, F-tilted him, smacked him back away. But then speaking of smacking away, oh, Zomba was flying.
There we go, once again, the PSI magnet. Oh, and from deep, that's going to be good. And Zomba going to move on. Pretty scot-free in that winter semi set. Just ever since that like second stock of the first game, Dara was not competitive. It just was not very competitive. I don't know. I don't know if it's familiarity with the matchup or just if that's speaking from a R.O.B mains or from a Ness mains perspective. I'm sure that matchup isn't necessarily ideal, but I don't know. What did you see there that was?
So I will continue to push the propaganda that this is a winning matchup for Ness. Okay, and I'll explain my thoughts on that at a later time. However. Some key things. I feel like one of Syrup's, in some of the first sets that they've ever played against each other, Syrup's biggest damage output against somebody like Zomba, right, has been the way that he has been juggling and getting offstage hits with PK Thunder. I talked to Zomba a little bit, and I was like, hey, bud, I don't like seeing this happen to you. So here's what's going on with PK Thunder. Okay, so that got minimized. Next, as a player, Syrup is always going to be looking for, and like this is just like basic like Ness stuff, right? Double jump cancel PK fires and double jump cancel magnet to be able to initiate things. Zomba is picking very good places where he is just planting his feet and waiting for Syrup to push in, and he is getting all of the parries that he needs. He is seeing that double jump go off, and he's not letting Syrup get away with it. He's like, oh, you have no double jump? And you get smacked off stage.